Shalom, shalom, everyone. This is Princess Yehudah, Israel, from the nation of Yehudah, from the royal house of King Dawid, King David. I wanted to take a moment and to address the nation of Yehudah and the children of Israel that are scattered abroad, worldwide, in all the countries on the earth. I wanted to take a moment to just share some things and to talk about some of the things that are happening right now in real time. We are experiencing a multitude of changes in this captivity, changes that we have never experienced or seen with our natural eyes. We have always had the opportunity to see the word of our Elohim manifest before us. We saw it, our ancestors saw it. We've seen some miraculous things happen in the terms of the completion of the 400 years, the understanding of the scriptures coming to life, understanding that this biblical Bible is our history book. We've had some experiences that were just phenomenal, spiritually and naturally. However, some of these things have been seen on a degree and a scale that we've never experienced before in our lifetime. We've witnessed unusual weather patterns, heat waves, droughts, food shortages. We've also seen floods, tornadoes, and other weather changes of biblical proportion all over the world. But our Bible tells us that these are the beginning of sorrow, that these are just the beginning of some serious times that we're about to face. We were also told that this generation that we're living in right now would not pass until we've seen all these things. Something miraculous that the Messiah said when he, in real time, in his time, these people, this generation that I'm dealing with right now, that I am expressing these things to right now, will not pass until all of these things be fulfilled. So what that means is that we're the same people living a life over and over and over again until these things that he has spoken of in this word that pertains to these last days are fulfilled. But one of the most important things that we're being allowed to see today is the changing of the guards. I talked about this before many times, to pay attention to how the Most High is changing and positioning the players on the board. It's a changing of power. It's a changing of kingship. And a lot of people say, well, how does that affect us? This has nothing to do with us. This is all over the television. Everywhere you turn, this is all they're talking about. This has everything to do with us. Why? Because the Most High has ordained monarchs in the earth. He's ordained monarchs in the earth. Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. Says, and he changed the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. Jeremiah chapter 27, verse 5 says, I have made the earth, the man and the beast that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my stretched out arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed meet unto me. That means authority. Most High says, I'm going to place the authority in the hand of whomever I feel necessary. And right now, we are living in captivity, in exile, under the Gentile rule. These are the Gentile kings and queens that he has placed in authority. This is all being ordained by the Most High. Every monarch on the earth has been ordained and confirmed by Yah. It is his sovereign right to do so, his divine will to ultimately proclaim his everlasting glory. Because you know what? Everybody's going to confirm and to fulfill his word, because his word will not come back void. Every prophecy that's in this Bible, every proclamation that he has made out of his mouth is going to be fulfilled in the hearts of these kings, to the betterment of the children of Israel. This is how important this is. You know, these rulers are set up to ultimately accomplish his will, to ensure that his word will not return unto him void. This is some powerful things, Israel. Why is it so powerful to us? Because we were ordained to live under a monarchy. This is something we were supposed to live under. We were never supposed to have a president. We were never supposed to live in a democracy. We were never intended to live with Democrats and Republicans, with a government that is ruling us this way. He set kings over us. This is the order of government that we were supposed to be under before we disobeyed our Elohim. And as a result of that, we're scattered across the world in all different countries, under all different kinds of government. Some of us are under monarchies, but it's not ours. Some of us are living under totally different governments that is totally foreign to us. As a result of us disobeying our Elohim and not keeping his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. So we've been given a divine right, not only to witness, but to truly understand what just happened this week. This is a queen that is gone. She spent 70 years on a throne that was ordained by the Most High. She has completed her mission. She has fulfilled her purpose. And now it is time for a new king. A new king. A new monarch. A new Gentile king. We are about to witness with our natural eyes something that we have never seen before. Why? Because the last monarch that was on one of the most powerful thrones on the earth was installed 70 years ago. Some of us are not even 70 years old. And some of us that are on the earth today were too young to know what was going on when she was installed. But this time, not only do we get to see it, but we get to let our children see it. And our children's children see it. We will be able to sit our children down and say, this is the government. This is the type of government that we are supposed to live under. This is how the Most High set it up for us to be able to survive as children of the children of Israel. These are serious times. A new Gentile king is being introduced to the plan and the purpose of the Most High. Now, the big thing about this is history and protocol repeats itself. We will also witness the ordination and the crowning of this new Gentile king on the throne of our father, King David. They will introduce to the world the original throne of King David. Why? Because these are the protocols that are necessary for these kings to be installed in the earth. But not only that, we will also be able to view one of the most precious artifacts that we've ever had. The stone stone of Jacob our father. That's spoken of in Genesis 28. This stone was used by our father Jacob when he left Beersheba and went to Haran, when he witnessed the vision of the ladder of the angel ascending and descending to the heaven. These are our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These are the forefathers that brought forth our ancestors, that were allowed to be in the earth, that were chosen by the Most High. This is the Bible taking real life in the earth right now. This is what our Elohim, Israel, proclaimed to Jacob who he was. He said, I'm the God of Abraham. I'm the God of Isaac. He said, and he said, and I'm going to give you a land. This is all in Genesis 28. He said, I'm not only going to give it to you, but I'm going to give it to your seed. To your seed. And that our existence, that your seed is going to be a blessing to all the families of the earth. And he promised, he said, I'm not going to leave you until everything that I've spoken has been fulfilled. This was such a profound moment for Jacob, whose name was ultimately changed to Israel. Our Elohim gave him his name. He changed his name to Israel, that Jacob called the place Bethel. He said, this is a dreadful place. He said, this is none other than the house of Yah. He said, this is the gate of heaven. This is a portal. And he took the stone that he slept on as a pillow, and he consecrated it. Well, this stone is going to be used in the ordination of this new king, this new Gentile king. Not only are we going to see the throne of David, but we're going to see the stone of Jacob, because this is all a part of their ordination process. This is something that we, like I said, we've never seen it before. This is our history. Let me say something to the pastors. I've heard a lot of pastors, a lot of you out there, that will tell your congregation that the Old Testament is fulfilled, but yet you still go in it. You go in it and you pull scriptures that belong to Israel, that if you take conversations that are exclusive to Israel and their Elohim, when he's exclusively talking to his people, and you apply it to today's time. But this is our story. We get to watch the process happen in real time. All the appropriate players are positioning themselves. We are moving into the fulfillment of the word of Yah. We're moving one step closer to the fulfillment of prophecy. For he said in the scriptures, in Daniel chapter 2, in the days of these kings, he said, I'm going to build my kingdom. Woo, he said, I'm going to set up a kingdom in the days of these, while they're yet ruling. Everybody's taking their position. They're taking their rightful place. It is a powerful thing to see. And we have the divine right and the authority to be able to see it by Yah. We're watching this thing in real time. So don't take it as a light thing, because it isn't. We're moving one step closer, like I said, to the fulfillment of prophecy. We're moving closer to the second Exodus. We must begin to come together and pray and seek the Most High with all of our heart and all of our soul, believing his word and trusting by faith, knowing that our deliverance draweth nigh. And I wanted to be able to share that with the people of Israel, to let them know, that this was something that the Most High put on my heart this morning to do, and I wanted to be obedient, because we have to be able to show the world that this is a powerful move, and he's not finished moving. Some other pieces to the board are going to be removed and new pieces are going to be put up. And we have to begin to watch. And I'd like to say again to the British people, to the people of the realm of the British throne, we are so sorry for the loss of your leader, of Queen Elizabeth. She was a gracious lady. She fulfilled her purpose in the Most High, and it was his will. It was time. She fulfilled her purpose. 70 years on the throne. She completed her mission. And to the family, to the Mountbatten Windsor family, again, our heartfelt condolences go out to you, because it is a very difficult thing to lose a mother and to lose a grandmother and a great-grandmother and still have to be in the public eye. It takes power and perseverance. It takes strength to be able to do that. And we're praying for you. You know, and we're praying for you every day. Every day we're praying and we're holding you up. And people say, well, how can you do that, Yaina? These people were slave owners. They were supposed to be slave owners. This is all a part of Yah's will. This is a part of his will. I thank you for the forgiveness that you showed the world. You know, that was a beautiful thing, the forgiveness and just letting everything, you know, when you lose people, the reality of life sets in. You realize what's important, and you realize what's not important. And life is too short. It's too short to continue resentment, to continue hurt, continue pain. But you persevered past that, and you showed forgiveness to the world. And to all the newscasters and all the people that are still trying to drudge up the negativity, forgiveness overpowers all of that. And all that does is expose what's really in your heart. Because you have to be able to forgive. We have to be able to forgive one another. Because if you can't do that, the Most High will not forgive you. I don't care how you try to spin it, what you try to say about it, it shows the ugliness that's in your heart. Because as a nation, as a people, we have to forgive one another. Same way with his wife Camilla. We have to forgive. It's time to move forward. The Most High is moving this thing forward. We have to be able to move forward and be able to do those things that is according to his will. Because if you can't, you won't ever be able to participate in these things that the Most High has designed for us to do, because your heart has to be released. You have to forgive. One more thing. I also saw where some of the other nations were complaining because these people were colonists. Well, these people colonized us. And how can we? It's no different than when you sold us. You sold us to those people. So if we can forgive you, you must forgive them. If we can forgive you, because we understand that all things work together for the good to them who love Yah and are the called according to his purpose. You sold us to those people because it was the will of Yah. This is his plan. Because if we had not been disobedient to him, we would be under a monarchy. We would be under the same government that we're watching right now. But we were disobedient to him. That way we ended up in slavery and scattered all over the world. But the majority of us were confiscated under your nations. Just saying how important forgiveness is. Because all of this was a part of Yah's plan. It had to be done. No man will change it. You won't alter it. You won't change it. You won't justify it. Because he's in control of all things. So I just wanted to share that. From one royal to another. courage. To the children of Israel, be encouraged. To the Mountbatten family, we're praying. To the world, watch Yah. Watch him move and watch his power. And watch what he does for the rest of the time that we have left. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day.